So we're talking about lumbar bone stress injuries today. And before we sort of get into the nitty-gritty, the assessment, the management, it's really important to understand why we're talking about this particular injury. It's incredibly common. It's more common than people think it is. Anyone who's involved in sports medicine, any practitioner involved in sports medicine really needs to be across it. So we're really interested in that bit of bone. That's the sort of pedicle area there between the vertebral body and then the start of the posterior vertical arch. The pars is just behind this facet here, and then the pedicle is the lamina is in this part of the bone down here. Arms crossed. I want you to really focus on locking your knees. Lock them in straight. Your job is just to lock your knees and fall back on me. You need the person to fall back on you. So you're creating this sort of gap between their body and you. And then you twist, and I hold into extension, I twist, and then the last little bit is side flexion. All right, head back, lock your knees in straight, and so we're getting this twisting. Make sure your knees are straight, always reminding them, and then the last bit is this compression into sort of side flexion. So I've now got him into some extension, and you can see, look, there is some extension, but it is still a little bit flat through there. So what I want you to do is take a big breath in, and then I want you to breathe out and let your stomach just sag, let your stomach go. And one more time, breathe in and let your stomach go. And then you get a little bit more passive extension when you do that. Arms across your chest and hold. And you're trying to maintain this sort of neutral position. You're slightly in extension, so you want to come down, go into slightly more flexion. That's it, and head looking up again, slightly up. Yeah, that's it, that's the position. And it's an endurance test, so when you've had enough, you just tap out and get back onto that stool again.